Apskritai toks tikėjomės, mūsų kartos žmonės visi tikėjomės, kad neteks susidurti su tuo, su kuo susidūrė mūsų tėvai ir seneliai ir kad nebus karo 21 amžiuje, ne?
On 24 February, this terrible war began.
Near 5 a.m., 5:10 a.m., I have heard the explosions.
My wife woke me up once she heard the first explosions.
I have heard an explosion in my house. It was 5 a.m. and I was working. I like to work early mornings.
On the day it happened, I was sleeping in my apartment, and I was woken up by a phone call from a neighbor, a neighbor that lives next to the summer home. It's very close to the airport, to the military airport.
I found out about what happened in Ukraine from my family that's still there.
We had a similar situation ages ago in Czech Republic. So we were on the Ukraine part very strongly and trying to support them as much as we could. We still believed that it will finish very soon.
The most important thing was to keep calm and evaluate what else needs to happen. Took us by a slight surprise what is happening, but the main question that was flowing around is why it happened, and then the next question was what to do next, how to survive if something bad happens.
When the time was running, so it was about 25, 26, I started to think about other people which I know, which are connected to Ukraine. So the first I connected Anastasia from Ukrainian chapter if they need any help and how we can support them. We tried to find some accommodation for Ukrainian people. So I also asked if ISACA members is struggling or they are in some part in Ukraine where they can't stay anymore.
I got few messages via email from chapter leaders from Lithuania and from Czech Republic.
Nemažai narių, mūsų asociacijos narių kreipėsi į asociaciją, sako, o kaip mes galim prisidėti, kokiais dalykais. Ir mūsų skyrius irgi nedvėjodamas pačioj pradžioj įvairiais būdais dalyvavo gelbėjant, padedant ukrainiečiam, ar ne, ir finansinę paramą, ir sakykime, surandant ryšius, tinkamus žmonės pagalbai suteikti, ar ne, tai tie būdai ir motyvacija pagelbėti ukrainiečiam buvo akivaizdi, mes negalim nereaguoti.
I think the big thing is making sure that the people in Ukraine understand that, there's people behind them and there's people that are wanting to support them.
After the first 2 months, we have arranged several calls with colleagues, share our statuses and the plans. We have conducted several meetings and workshops focused on crisis management, incident response, disaster recovery as well, and improving the resilience based on our, let's say, real life experience.
I think great lessons learned from people that have to live through it. Most companies don't realize or really plan for a war as a business continuity plan, but what a great resources that we have is someone that's actually lived through it.
You can think of the situation together collectively and make the best decisions for yourself or for the organization.
Kai daugiau žmonių dėl to pačio tikslo susitinka ir daro kažkokias bendras veiklas, visada rezultatas yra geresnis, ar ne? Dėl to tai yra unikali galimybė iš tikrųjų mums visiems rasti bendrą kalbą ir bendrą būdą, kaip mes galime padėti karo ištiktai Ukrainai.
The community is very important, even in professional way. We had ISACA as a strong community because we were colleagues, professional colleagues. We became friends, and now we are becoming a part of the family. So we are helping each other in work, but we also, if it's need, we can help personally. So this is very important.
We got a lot of support. We got a lot of help from the community. And as I said, community, it's a feeling of brotherhood.
As far as being able to help as part of the community, I think that's the wonderful thing of being part of a community. I think one of the things of being an ISACA member and having the ability to contact someone in another part of the world who's also an ISACA member, you have that relationship to start some level of trust. I'm very grateful that I had the ability to connect with other chapters and make a difference in the world.
Galimybių pagelbėti karo akivaizdoje yra labai daug.
The simplest thing is just donations or to official accounts which are opened in the National Bank. There are 2 accounts for help. One are for humanitarian missions, and the other is for military aid.
Help is very motivating by itself. So somebody can send the money for the charities programs because it's something which is needed. Somebody can act with their knowledges, like ISACA has a lot of IT knowledge which can use for help as well. Somebody has a time, so just to talk to people, try to help them with the situation which they don't know how to live in the country, which they never been before. So just to have a time for them is very important as well.
We appreciate not only this technical support, but also and even any word, how are you and how can we help. My friends, for example, from Sweden, were ready just to take a cars and drive to the border to even to get my family, my wife and son, to take them away from the war. And I'm not alone with this.
So at that time, the most important was for us a moral support. So the first thing that we wanted to be sure, we as Ukrainians, as a nation, wanted to be sure that the entire world is behind us.
Prasidėjus karui, viskas pasikeitė. Tai turbūt poveikis ir įtaka tiek kiekvienam žmogui, tiek kiekvienai organizacijai, tiek šalims yra didžiulė.
The war is not over. Today, everyone is doing everything to hasten victory and peace. Everyone is working towards the same goal in his or her own way.
Trying to figure out an unknown reality it's kind of an oxymoron. You can't really be prepared to what's the unknown. You can do your best on preparing and thinking through all the different variables that could be affected, but I think it's just being resilient.
Future is unpredictable. It's really unpredictable. So it's better to enjoy each day of your life, which you could spend with your family, with your friends, with your favorite job, but not to wait a best time for the future.
You need to consider as many scenarios as you can, but you cannot think of anything. You cannot be prepared for anything. And the bottom line is prepare for the unexpected. It feels like the entire globe is backing Ukraine with this struggle. I personally feel I have to go through it and come out stronger than I was before it started.
I proved myself, and I can say that the solution, keep calm and carry on, works perfectly.
Life is up and down, and if it's down, we'll come up again. And things keep going, so we never can stop.
Our people are united, now more than ever.